Yo, quickly before we jump into this, my fault for the lack of uploads. I've been out. I've been real busy saving the city. There's bad guys in the city running amok, and I'm the hero. I'm the good guy that puts a stop to them. So make sure to like and subscribe for my heroism, for my heroism. But we're back now. I'm gonna hopefully have a video out every day or every other day from now on. If not, then make sure you comment yelling at me that I'm not doing enough, because I'm not. With all that said, let's just jump straight into this video about Fortnite Save the World. Drop a like! Save the World was Fortnite's original game mode. This is where it all came from. This is where Jonesy's from, traps, the guns, the everything. This is the start of Fortnite. It released in 2017 with Battle Royale following it a few months later. Save the World had been in development since 2012 and had been through a lot of changes to get to the point it had been at now. And from 2017 to 2020, Save the World was in early access. They claimed eventually it would go free to play once it exited beta, but once it did not become free to play, and still has not been to this day. And along with that, when they finally released it from beta and it entered full access, they pulled focus from it and they completely abandoned this mode. Not that the game is 100% stagnant nowadays, it's just not updated like it used to. This game mode obviously doesn't get as much love as, say, Battle Royale, which has clearly been Fortnite's main focus for the past few years. But this is still a game that people paid for that they virtually have abandoned. I'm a big fan of Save the World. I bought it back in 2018, I believe, and I've been playing through it slowly for the past, Jesus Christ, 6 years? Holy hell. But I've been slowly making my way through all the missions and completing the campaign, and now I'm getting to the last few missions, and it's really starting to hit me that this game mode was not as fleshed out as it could have been. This game mode had so much promise, and for years was updated the same as Battle Royale, very consistently, and a lot of in-depth stuff. They'd add new guns, new people, new modes, new this, new that, new everything. They kept it very nice. This game mode was fun. One of the biggest updates to this game by far is the fact that you can no longer get V-Bucks from it. One of the biggest draws to Save the World was probably the fact that you could earn V-Bucks in it that you could buy stuff in the item shop with. Because, V-Bucks are sought after. And if you're not making millions, you're not spending millions of V-Bucks. And who doesn't want to spend millions of V-Bucks? That's where Save the World comes in. You could play daily missions, you could play your Storm Shield defenses, there was a plethora of missions you could play to get V-Bucks in-game. And on top of that, daily login bonuses where you would just log in and most of the time receive an item of some sort, but every week you'd receive like 150, 300 V-Bucks. Every few months, 800 and 1,000 just for logging in. A few months before leaving early access, they actually removed the daily login bonuses, which was very unfortunate to me. And I assume anyone that played this game and liked getting free V-Bucks from it. But when it left early access in June of 2020, they took away the ability to get V-Bucks from any new players. Which means if you bought this game after June of 2020, you weren't getting V-Bucks, you're getting X-ray tickets, which are just some other in-game item to buy like llamas and stuff with in-game. X-ray tickets, let me tell you, they ain't no V-Bucks. They ain't no V-Bucks. But fortunately for me and anyone else that purchased the game before that, we still get V-Bucks from our missions. You can still play your dailies, do your Storm Shield defenses, and find certain zones where you can find V-Buck missions. And it definitely comes in handy. I played this mode for a few days and I'm pretty stacked on V-Bucks, it's nice. But the fact that after it left early access, this game mode kinda hasn't been focused on at all really doesn't sit right with me. Everyone who's on Save the World paid to be able to have access to it, and if you paid for it before it left early access and got abandoned, I feel like that's not fair to most of us because, it's a game that we paid for $30 to upwards of $100 for. The fact that they would pull focus from it because it doesn't make as much money as they would want it to or doesn't get enough attention, it's like, come on, Epic. They have all these other teams delegated to, Rocket Racing and Lego and, all these other dying modes, when Save the World could definitely thrive if they had just put a little more focus into it. And it's been 4 years since they pulled focus, so I don't see them ever, going back to it. And not that this game is completely abandoned, like I've said, they do add missions here and there, and there are events that happen, but it's mainly just yearly stuff that they have ready to rotate in and out, and it doesn't take much effort. On top of that, the entire storyline for Twine Peaks was completely abandoned. It's just, I haven't made it to this point yet, but I believe it's just some missions with no more dialogue lines, which is unfortunate, but not the worst thing ever. One of the most annoying things is that this game mode is full of bugs. They're everywhere. They're in the guns, they're in the home base, they're in my skin. Help! There's things like this and this and that and this and that one. And don't forget this. And how about that duplication glitch? Or that duplication glitch? Or that duplication glitch? Or that duplication glitch? Not that I have a problem with duplication glitches. It's just, there's a lot of glitches in the game. One of the most upsetting parts about trying to grind this game is the gameplay itself. It just gets very repetitive. On top of there only being a handful of mission types to even play in, such as launching Lars's van, an Atlas defense, retrieve the data, which are mainly just build a base, defend this thing from the zombies for 10 minutes or something like that. The storyline itself gets so boring, where you end up with these missions where you just have to go in, collect 6 things, go in, collect 7 things, go in, collect 10 things, and then you can progress to the next part of the storyline. I just want to fight the Storm King, man. If I recall correctly, there is about 1 mission in the entire storyline that differs from the rest of the, same after same after same, build a base and defend. And it's this one where you're in the middle of Canny Valley in a western town and you have a little duel with this gunslinger husk. Apparently he's supposed to be super strong. My power level at this point was already way higher than it was supposed to be, so I might have accidentally killed this guy in 1 hit. And that was it for unique missions. They did actually add a new game mode recently called Hunt the Titan, where you have to track down this big smasher that's around the map, fucking shit up and jumping around, which is pretty cool. It's fairly unique to the game. It's like a mini boss fight. Well, it's like a full boss fight, to be fair, depending on what power level you're in. This, while not being the most insane game mode ever thought up, is fun. It's nice. It's a nice change of pace and something new to play. If we just got more consistency like this in Save the World, I'm sure it could be doing a lot better for itself. On top of that, Fortnite doesn't advertise this mode. It's been 4 years since I pulled Focus, so obviously I doubt they care nowadays, but I feel like I never really saw this game mode be advertised the way the Battle Royale did. And even at that, they never really, shined a light to it to really entice new players to get into it, I feel like. Besides the V-Bucks packs they started doing where you could get a skin and save the world and 1,000 V-Bucks, but people mainly just play for their 1,000 V-Bucks and then hop off. Obviously, they would have been assembling the teams for like Lego and Rocket Racing and Festival and all that way farther in the future from when they actually pulled Focus from Save the World. But I swear, if they just took these teams from these game modes that people really don't care about and just delegated a good team to just giving us updates on Save the World and making it a consistent game and finishing the damn Twine storyline, this game mode could thrive a lot more than it does. And it's a little sad that even with no maintenance, this game mode still has a lot more players than any of the new game modes that they've added, but whatever. I can't lie, most of the time I get on this mode, it's because I'm looking for some V-Bucks. But even after I finish all my V-Buck related missions, I still stay on the game for a while because I end up wanting to upgrade things and play further into my missions. This game mode could definitely do so much better with just a little bit of new content, maybe a new game mode a month. I get that this game mode didn't perform as well as Battle Royale even back when they did focus on it, but at that, they should just put a little bit of focus on it rather than pulling all of it. Anyone with me? Am I in the minority here? Am I the weird one? Because this isn't about just a game mode, alright? This isn't about just some zombie survival game. No, this is about saving the world. I just wanted to make this quick video to give you guys my thoughts on Save the World, the place I wish it was at rather than where it is. If you like Save the World and you agree with me and think it needs more attention, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss an upload. And comment down below what power level you are. And if you don't play Save the World, comment down below what level you are this season. And with all that being said, I appreciate you sticking around to the very end of the video. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an upload if you did enjoy, and I will catch you in the next one.